Hey y'all, and welcome back to I Am Beautiful Hustler TV. I know it's been like almost 2 weeks, y'all, and I do apologize in advance, but I am back with another video today for our coloring series, aka our Sweet Tooth color series. And before we get into this video, this hair is provided by OMGHerHair, and this is a kinky straight 18-inch wig. Okay, this is a kinky straight wig, y'all, and by the time I am done with this wig, it ain't even gonna look kinky straight. Like, it's going to be so bomb. And this wig is an 18-inch, as I told you guys earlier, and it's extremely full. It is a very full density, and all the details to this wig will be listed down below. The lace is transparent lace, so it was easy for me to blend this lace in with my skin. And the first thing I'm going to show you for this video is how I do the water bleach method. Now, I decided to do this method because I wanted to see if it was, a faster process than actually going through the hair and applying the bleaching powder, like, by hand, by yourself, and going section by section. And I actually love this method way more, especially because I just really wanted to get like a nice brown color tone, and this wig gave me more than what I was expecting. So what I did was took some BW2 powder, and I filled my sink up. I put the stopper in and I filled my sink up with some hot water from the faucet, and I took some bleaching powder and poured it right into that water. And I also poured some 40 volume developer. Excuse me, y'all, a little tongue tied. But I took that volume developer and I also poured it in that water. And now I'm just going to take the wig and just dip it in and out that water, in and out, and just comb through it so I can make sure that the hair is saturated completely with that combination of that hot water, that developer, and that bleaching powder. And just for future reference, you do want to use gloves. That way you don't have to keep stopping to wash your hands to make sure it don't burn. And I didn't have any gloves, so I just kind of had to like wing it. But however, I did let that sit in that combination for, I'm gonna say, about 30 minutes, because I went and took a shower, wash my face, vibe for a little bit. And then I came back and checked on the hair, and now that it's at this brown color, and like I mentioned, I did want a nice a nice brown shade. Once I took it out the water and see that it turned nice and brown, and it was also very even tone, which I loved, because sometimes when you bleach hair, you get different shades of the brown in your wig. But the way this wig bleached was just too bomb. Like, it looked too good. So once I removed that wig out of that little combination water bleach and all of that stuff, I did go ahead and shampoo it first with my Tresemme conditioner, with my Tresemme shampoo. And then once I got it washed in there really, really good, I made sure I scrubbed it, and I rinsed it out with cold water. I'm gonna go in with the conditioner and make sure I condition it as well. And I did let the conditioner just sit on there for a few minutes as I comb through it and really massage it in. And I'm also going to rinse that out with cool water as well. But once I am done with this whole process, I will actually get into what you guys been asking me for a very long time, and that's on how I do my plucking. So make sure you stay tuned, give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, just subscribe now, because you don't want to miss more from this series. And now, so that I am done with conditioning this wig, I'm going to go ahead and put the wig on a mannequin. And this is what the hairline looks like before I do any plucking. It's kind of slightly pre-plucked, but I really wanted a very natural looking hairline. So I'm going to go ahead and begin to do the plucking. Now, I slowed this video down because I want to show you guys the type of tweezers that I like to use, which is the flat end ones, as I was showing you. And I like to pluck the hair in sections, and I just pull the tweezers straight back as I pull the hairs out. So that is pretty much how I just pluck it. And I do like a how you call it, like I do like a level type of plucking thing. Like, I first pull down the hair from the front of the hairline, and I start to pluck behind the hairline, and then once I feel like I plucked enough in that section, I do part off another section behind the section that I just plucked, and I pluck out some more. And I just like to, you know, make sure I pluck a little extra, because you never know how much lace you are going to cut off once you actually put the wig on your head and actually install it. Because sometimes, and I know a lot of us can relate, we done plucked the whole hairline and everything like that in the front, and then you put the wig on your client and everything that you just plucked got to get cut off, and now it's like you aggravated. So just quickly showing you guys what it looks like on this side that I did not pluck versus the side that I did pluck. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get into that middle section. So I'm gonna start further back first. I'm gonna do kind of like the opposite on the, you know, left side. I did the front and then went backwards, but here I'm going to start from the back and work my way to the front. And that's because this center part of the wig was really dense, and I hate having like their pre-plucked hairline and then it goes into their super thick, like bulky Elvis Presley type of, you know, fullness. Like, we don't want that with the wig. So I like to go in where it's really dense first, and I just pluck my behind off, just pulling those hairs out, moving that tweezer from, you know, front to back, not diagonal, not sideways, just front and back, and I just pull it in that same motion. But you want to be sure that you do not pluck in the same spot for too long, because you do not want to create any holes or any patches in your wig or in your lace. So you know, whatever lace that you are plucking. So just make sure you are moving. Make sure you're combing that hair out to see what it's looking like. And as you can see, it's already thinning out here in this section. But to be honest, the main thing about plucking is having the right tweezers. You have to make sure, and I showed you guys before I started plucking, the type of tweezers that I like to use. I like to make sure they are flat and wide, not the ones that's round on the ends. It needs to be flat, nice and sharp. That way it's easy for you to pull the hairs. And I also always pluck while the hair is wet. It's way easier when you pluck when the hair is wet, because it's just like the hair just, you know, pulls out much easier versus the hair being dry, and then, you know, you really feel like you really have to snatch to get those hairs out. But as you can see, this hairline looks totally different already from what I was doing. And as I get enough pulled out, I just pull more and more down, you know, pull it back, and I just pluck in between those places again, just to ensure that it will be very natural and not bulky. And once I get that plucked out, I will do the very last section, was the hairline section, and pluck some of those hairs out too, so it do not give off that straight across hairline. So I will go in a little bit more in that front. And then as far as the other side, I did go ahead and do that off camera, but just take your time when you're plucking. I know it looks super fast because I sped the video up, but that's why when I first started plucking, I showed, you know, I slowed it down so you guys can really see. But you can already see the difference of what it was looking like before. And here is the after look after I was done plucking the whole front. So very natural. And now it's time to do the installation and the moment you all have been waiting for, the restock date. If you do not follow my social medias, then you probably did not see, but the restock date is December 20th, 12 o'clock midnight. Okay, so not midnight going into the 21st. I'm talking about December 19th. Once the clock strikes 12, it is now December 20th, and that's when the restock is. Okay, it is a midnight 24-hour online restock. So make sure you guys have your alarm set and you are ready to make your purchase. I'm actually behind the scenes right now prepping the deluxe packages. It's going to be a certain amount of packages if you want to purchase everything. I'm going to make like 2 different packages that you could purchase if you don't want to buy, you know, the items individually or one by one. Like, I will have some package deals. And as y'all can see, I'm going in today, boo, with my largest bottle of my lace made adhesive. And this extremely large bottle, the mega bottle, is $85. And I am also using my my little edge brush spreader to do that. And also, before I apply my layers of adhesive, I did use my skin protectant. You must protect that skin, just in case you sweat a lot, any irritations or anything. You never know what you're allergic to until you use it, but you want to protect your skin and scalp at all times. So once I add my my layers of adhesive, I will begin to lay my wig down. And for today's slay, guys, I only use 2 layers, okay? And I'm showing y'all how sticky that first layer is. And as y'all can see, my finger got stuck and I snatched a little piece. But that's all right. We ain't even going to talk about that. We just going to go ahead and add that second coat and get it nice and spreaded. So I only used 2 layers today and my wig was on tight, okay? This glue does not play no freaking games, okay? So make sure you remember December 20th, restock date, 12 o'clock midnight. Be there or be square. And we have more than enough, so I will have another restock right after if you did miss the very first one. That will be on December 20th. But however, now that I have my layers on, I'm just going to go ahead and push my lace down into that glue. Just apply a little bit of pressure with my comb and my fingertips. And once it's all on there, I will go ahead, blow dry and hot comb that lace on in before I actually tie it down with that melt belt and let it secure for about 5 to 10 minutes. So after letting that melt belt sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and remove it and begin to cut off my extra lace. Now, because I do have a bigger forehead towards the center of my head, I do have to cut off some of that extra lace off the front. So I just pulled some hair down and I slit the wig down the middle. Now I'm just going in with the razor and just razoring off all of that extra lace that I do not need in the center of my head first, and then I will work my way down on each side. And also going once I have everything razored off and cut off and everything like that, I will go ahead and tack down the edges of the lace that is still lifting, and I will just repeat these same exact steps on both sides of my head until I have all of that lace tacked down completely. And right now I am using the edge brush with the rat tail end, so I can easily just slide that glue underneath those places that may be short, or for the areas that also have bigger lifting areas. I could just easily slide that glue right up under there and spread it out so it turns clear really fast. And if you accidentally do get a little bit of that glue on the lace, just try to rub it out or tap it out, but either way it goes, it's still going to dry clear and it would not look dirty or messy or anything like that. So right now I'm just zooming in and showing you guys how I push that lace down using that edge brush. right into that glue, and I'm just going to make sure I get every little piece, and if I don't need the piece, I will simply just cut it off, but I will repeat these steps on both sides of my hairline. So I tacked every down. So I tacked all the lace down and I blow dried it just really quickly on the heat setting with the blow dryer. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do my side part. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, do y'all see how bomb this color looks? Like, I absolutely love this color, and this is without any dyes. This is only with that water bleach method. Like, do you see how pretty and vibrant this brown color is? It kind of looks brown. It kind of like it's kind of highlighted. Like, I thought maybe I was just tripping, but I see like a mix of dark brown and light brown. Like, it gave the prettiest caramel color. Like, I absolutely loved it. And if you guys forgot already, this is a kinky straight wig. Like, do you see the texture of this wig? Like, it is bomb. And y'all know what I hate doing the most, and I am going to do it on camera today, y'all. So y'all should be like, girl, about time, because I am finally able to do these doggone baby hairs on camera, and they looked good, y'all. Like, it looked so good. So before we even get into the baby hair slayage, I'm just going to part down the front hairline area where I will be using this hair for the baby hairs. And I just slid a little glue under that crack over there on the side. And I know a lot of people always get complaints. They say, how do I stop the sideburn part of my lace from lifting? You have to just make sure you are applying enough layers of glue in that area as well, and make sure that you have the wig cut correctly around your ear, because if that wig is still sitting on top of your ear and it's not laying flat completely around your ear, that will also cause your sideburns to lift. So later on in this video, off camera, I did go ahead and cut some more off my ear because I had to go in the mirror and see what I was doing. But I just quickly plaited those baby hair sections out the way, and I'm just going in with the beautiful Hustler Glam wax stick and just applied it on the front of their hairline. And now I'm going in with the hot comb and just pressing out those edges so it could be nice and natural looking and sleek. And this is what I love most about that kinky straight texture. It gives you that really, really natural effect. Like, I love it. It looks super, super natural, and the end results was just bomb. But now that I had applied that wax and hot comb, I also just took the remaining foundation that was on my brush and just tapped it across my hairline, because, you know, with transparent lace, you can get like a white residue if you're not using enough foundation or using the correct techniques to give you that nice blended look. But once you do have that settled, just go ahead and tie down your hairline once again after spraying your holding spray to your hairline, and let that dry completely before removing the melt belt. And I did let that dry completely and removed it, and this is the effects. Melt.com, okay? Melt, 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 scalp, 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 lace melt, melt belt techniques, all that, okay? So December 20th, midnight. Don't forget, don't say I ain't tell y'all. Don't come on my comments asking me when the restock date. Everything will be on the website. Even if it's not there right now, I will update the site. Everything is going to be there. The caps, the lace prep, the remover, what else? I have a new product that I'm showing you guys in my next tutorial that I'm not going to tell y'all right now, but just everything will be on the website. It will be right there. You can order it, you can buy it, okay? So now for today, and y'all know I got this baby hair tutorial that's gonna drop, but I just wanted to show y'all how I am using the gel method to do my baby hairs, and I'm using the edge brush. And this is the Got to Be gel. If you've been on my channel from day one, when I only had like 20K subscribers, y'all know I was slaying these doggone baby hairs with this Got to Be. And then I taught myself about the little holding spray method, you know, because you just, you know, as your career progressed, you just learn new techniques and you get, you know, used to using them. And then sometimes you just want to go back to the basics. You just want to go all the way back to where you started in a lace game. So I am going in with that Got to Be gel, and I am getting these baby hairs, okay, swooped. So for my baby hair look today, I was just going with the flow. I was just letting my mind and my hands and just the gel just do what it do. Like, I didn't have a certain mindset of how I wanted my baby hairs to come. I just went with the flow. Like, whatever came to mind is what came to mind. And the key to doing baby hairs, you want to make sure you cut those hairs short enough or long enough, depending on what style of baby hair you are doing. And for these, I just cut it, you know, I didn't cut all of it at once because I did not necessarily know how I wanted my baby hairs to be swooped. Like, if I wanted some pieces to be longer, so I could do like the little, you know, the little seahorse hooks and all of that. So you see that I just, every time I got ready to do another baby hair, I just cut more hair. So you could try that way too. Maybe that'll help you out better. Instead of just cutting everything one length at one time, just cut each baby hair as you go along, and that can help you just get everything placed right. But for the first time in America, y'all, I did my baby hairs with no issue, and I was just too happy with the outcome. And this is what it looked like when I was done with that gel. And the benefits of doing your baby hairs with the gel, it does last way longer. Mousse baby hairs, y'all know they don't last long. Holding spray gives you a nice little hold, but 9 times out of 10, if you get wet, that mousse is, that holding spray just gonna kind of loosen up. But with that gel, and I tell y'all no lie, when you use the right amount, don't overdo it because you don't want it to be like wet, white and crunchy. Just enough to get you swooped and get you get that nice little hold mold to it. Like, your baby hairs can really last you like the whole 2 weeks, 3 weeks that you have your hairstyle in. Like, if you really tie your hair down. And if you don't know how to tie your hair down, y'all know we got them beautiful Hustler Sleeping Beauty bonnets. So do not play. Long hair, short hair, we got you covered, baby. Everything will be on the website December 20th. So but using that gel, it really keeps your baby hairs intact for a long time. So I noticed that once I did the baby hairs with the gel in my most recent installations, like, even if their hairstyle was in for 2 to 3 weeks, their baby hairs were still in place. And a lot of women do not know how to refix their baby hairs. So boom, I'm going back to that gel method. I would still do the holding spray. I would still show you all methods in the baby hair tutorials, but me personally, I'm gonna just stick with the holding spray and probably the gel, you know, combined, just to get it, you know, just to make sure you all right. You're gonna be good for a while. But anywho, as far as the curls, I did use a curling wand to achieve my curls, and I wasn't going for the perfect curls and going piece by piece, little piece by little piece. No, I just went in and just started curling pieces because I didn't want it to be super flat. I did want big curls, so I used my curling iron. I don't know the brand, but I will do a curling video soon. But I just went ahead and curled everything up and just kind of soft teased it out. I didn't comb through it too much. I just kind of like fluffed it out with my fingers. And this was the finishing look. And I will be back when my makeup is done. And here is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I showed y'all a lot of stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for video number 3. See you next time. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.